Hey, Global Village. I want to talk about a couple of shows which I think exemplify a really grotesque problem that we have in the modern era of social media. Uh, this one I've got on screen here, which I will not play because I suspect if you played any small portion of it, you would probably get a copyright strike. Just a suspicion. I could be wrong. But this is an organization called Jubilee. And what they do is they basically create obscene spectacles. And they do that by taking an individual who normally has fairly significant profile and is known by the public for holding a particular political or social position, and then they get 20 other people who hold a completely diametrically opposed position, and then they give them a short time to debate each individual, and they just go through the entire group and effectively just, I guess, searching for sort of clickbait, shock effect type video clips that they can then use to get millions and millions of views effectively. And that's essentially what's happening here. Look at this, 182k likes. I mean, yeah, this was posted 3 days ago. Yeah, millions of views. So, they are making money out of this kind of performance art. I hesitate to use the word art by staging these events. This is one of the types of shows. Another type of show, which is a little different, but I think in the same kind of ballpark actually, is Piers Morgan. And Piers Morgan likewise stages what I would call human cockfights, where he gets panels of people with opposing views. And he normally does it in a way where one side of the debate is kind of outnumbered by the other side. And it normally just turns into a kind of a shouting match with people talking over each other, and they become more and more shrill. It becomes basically a spectacle. Now, I believe that the driving force behind these types of shows is purely financial. People like Piers Morgan and this organisation, Jubilee, they're just there for the pure grift of it. They put their finger in the wind, they figure out what are the hot topic social issues right now, and then they create panels to exploit it to maximum effect. And I think it's disgusting. I really do. As a society, this is an example of a degenerate society, and I don't know. I wish we lived in a world where people could see this for what it is and just walk away. And on that note, I am actually going to offer some criticism here towards Mehdi Hassan himself and many of the types of guests who engage in this kind of stuff. Because the reality is they're probably being paid quite well to do it. That would be, I think, a pretty reasonable assumption here. And even if they're not being directly paid, they achieve a lot of profile. So it's a way for them to get their name out into the public sphere and achieve free advertising. Now, I get the argument why you would defend Mehdi in this. You would say he's doing his bit to bring to our attention just how serious the problem is, etc. But I don't believe that's what happens. I don't believe these types of panels move the needle particularly. I think what really happens is the type of people that watch this, 5 million or so people, this is just entertainment to them. The vast majority of people that watch this are just treating this as a form of a way to kind of enrich their own boring lives, I guess, and just have a bit of a laugh over stuff that's actually really fucking serious. So yeah, that's all I've got to say on that. I know it's a bit of a rant, but I don't like it in this modern era. I think if people really care about this stuff, they can go and seek out serious conversations on it. People who actually take the subject seriously rather than creating these kind of spectacles. So I don't like seeing people that exploit these topics like this make so much money and achieve so much reach when there are serious commentators, people really working hard to actually provide solid and accurate information about what's really going on, who get far less engagement because, again, as I said, most of the people watching this don't give a shit to begin with. Anyway, Bendy out.